For this review, I'm going to be discussing a bling option for your AR lower receiver, and that is a couple of pins, a takedown pin and a pivot pin, marketed by Noveske. These are shown right here. They are made out of 4140 hardened steel. They're designed to work with any mil-spec lower. And they have the Iron X machined into the head. They also have a nitride finish, and they're a direct replacement for the factory rear takedown front and rear pivot pin. And why would you want to buy these? Well, at around $15, $16, they're quite expensive pins. They ship in this little plastic bag, and I think the part number is NVK-TKDPVT-S. And nothing special there. Let's see if we can focus in on those. Hopefully the camera can capture this. You can see that although they look like standard pins, they have the Noveske logo etched into the head. Other than that, they're not extended pins. They're not extended in any way that helps in takedown in any way, shape, or form. They just look like standard pivot pins and takedown pins that have had the logo put in the head of them. So I call this a bling item mainly because it doesn't, aside from having the Noveske logo on it, there's not a whole lot of functionality to these. With the logo on it, I believe we could color fill these, and a red or a white would be appropriate for the Noveske logo. I'm also going to do that and at least install one of these on this lower so we can see what it looks like. And I think I'll use a red for one of the pins. And since the rear takedown pin on a lower is the easiest one to remove, I'm gonna just color one of these and put it on and showcase it. So I'm going to do that real quick, and we'll be right back and see if the etching on the heads of these are deep enough to hold some color fill. Okay, color filling on these is pretty simple. The logos are kind of small, but they are engraved deep enough into the head of the pins to take some coloring. And I chose the white instead of the red because since the logo is so small, the white shows up better. So it only took me a few minutes to color fill these. These are a lot easier to color fill than a lower receiver because you can hold on to each individual pin and wipe the excess off, and you don't have to worry about rubbing the excess paint into more etchings. So I'm surprised these actually don't come color filled. It would actually make the $15 or so worthwhile if they were color filled. So let me go ahead and install one of these and we'll see what it looks like on this Anderson lower. Okay, this is a standard takedown pin. That you know, this happens to be an Anderson manufacturing takedown pin, and if we actually compare these two, you'll see that they're roughly the same. Head design is the same. The finish on the Noveske is a little nicer, which probably for most people doesn't make any difference. But you know, the shape and such is more or less identical. Sorry, I'm taking this off a frame here. I'm just checking the fitment here because it does. This one appears to fit a little bit tight. Yeah, this one fits a little bit tight on this lower receiver. Compared to the Anderson pin. No big deal there. Just making sure that things weren't out of spec. So there's one of the Noveske pins installed with the Noveske logo color filled in white, which looks pretty nice. I don't normally buy items like this that don't really give me any type of added benefit, but I received a few emails from some users who asked me to review these, so I went ahead and picked up a set to review, and I'm going to keep them, obviously, because I just color filled them, so I'm going to put them on a receiver. Maybe I'll put them on this receiver, I don't know, but I'll find some place for them to live. Anyway, so if you want to bling up your lower receiver, you can get these Noveske pivot pin and takedown pins for around $15–16, give or take, and break out some paint and color fill them, and you've got a nice little cosmetic upgrade.